yeah, people were asking me if, a lot of people were asking me why I really came home. And I explained this in my first video. I told them the reason why I came home because it was already a very stressful environment. The pressure in the job, working from home, it was very difficult because I was so used to the idea of being out of town on weekends. The problem was that all of a sudden I was confined in the four corners of the house. And so after I was hospitalized, that's where I decided to come home. My flight was still the following day, that is November 13, that was my flight date. But as early as 7 in the evening of November 12, I was already at the airport. I don't know if I was excited. So when I arrived here in Bais, I was quarantined. Four-walled room. The only window that I had at that time was at the comfort room where I can see my elementary school. I cannot talk to anyone because the protocol was so strict. And so, but I was working in the hotel room, in the apartment room actually, and after 14 days, that's when I was fetched by our ICS, Incident Command System, and I was brought home to go out of the house. My friend Rene had a dinner, special dinner, to welcome me, and I remember he was asking me, "What's your favorite food?" And I told him, "I want pancit." And yes, I love pancit, and everyone in Manila knows that I love pancit and humba. And so he invited a couple of our friends and had this dinner with them, and it was fun. I left Bais in 1999 and worked there in Manila for, as I have said, over 20 years. And when I came back, I thought that everything was still the same. Not that I didn't come home to my hometown every now and then. Yes, I would come home, pay a visit to my parents, my siblings, and see my friends. But it would always be just a weekend flight home. I would arrive on a Saturday, and after that one, I would just fly back on a Sunday afternoon to Manila. And so I thought everything was still the same. I thought my friends, all my friends are still there. But I realized if I am 47, most of them are also 47-year-olds. And they have families of their own. They have children of their own. Some of them have grandchildren. And the sad part is many of them, my classmates, my friends are mostly my classmates, they are not in my hometown. They opted to stay abroad in the US, in Australia, in Canada, other Asian countries, Singapore, or in Manila. And so I realized, oh boy, coming home is not easy because automatically my hometown becomes unfamiliar. Because when I left in 1999, I came back in 2021 hoping that everything will still be the same, but no, 20 years is 20 years. Everything will have to change. And so I would sit down in a small cafe all by myself. Or if I would go home, I would sit in the roof deck all by myself, alone. And so I mean, what did I do? I had to convince myself that first, this is the best thing. Coming home was the best thing that I have ever done. And things are no longer the same. It's just like the sugarcane fields. You see the leaves swaying in the air. Then all of a sudden, it's empty, vast lands without green sugar canes anymore because it's already milling season. We have to adapt to the present situation. We cannot sulk in the corner. We cannot just simply say, this is bad decision, this is wrong decision, simply because no one's there. No. We have to proceed with our lives and imagine and think and probably believe that what we are doing is what's best for us. Well, I personally believe that where we are, it's God's plan for us. Probably the very reason why we come home is because we are running away from a lot of things. Probably we are running away from stress or stressful environment. Probably we are running away from abusive relationships. Or probably we are running away from realities that we can no longer face. But one day, we have to face these realities. We cannot keep on running away. We have to confront them one by one. Problems, money problems, love life, all this. We have to face them head on. Life will never be easy. Who said life will be easy? Life will never be easy. Except that if we have strong conviction that we can do it, then it becomes bearable. I really love watching rivers rumbling. You can feel the strength of the water. That's why I love dipping myself or swimming in the river, because I could sense, I could feel the massaging power of the river. However, even rivers are dangerous, no matter how serene and friendly it may be. For all you know, there are already water systems far from where you are swimming or you are dipping yourself that are already flooding. It's a serene, peaceful life. That's why we don't prepare. We don't prepare. In fact, like, we're not so conscious about confronting death. We feel it so taboo to talk about funeral plans, to talk about last will and testament, because we don't want to confront all this. But just like the river, just like the flood, where we still don't see behind those mountains, but following the same river bend that we are dipping ourselves in. We have to be ready. We have to be cautious. And we have to be responsive. We have to act fast. I was only 25 when I left my hometown in search for greener pasture in Manila. I learned all forms of hardships there, from starting up, looking for jobs, until slowly I was able to step up and climb up the corporate ladder. Slowly. Hard work. Oh yeah, hard work is very important. You cannot just leave things to chances. You cannot just simply say, bahala na. Kaya sera. Whatever will be, will be. No. It has to be hard work. If you want to achieve something, then it has to be real, definitive hard work and heart work. It must come from the heart. Our direction in life must come from our hearts. That's what drives us. Our heart work drives us into becoming hard-working human beings. And we have to work hard. In my previous video, I mentioned that we have to rest every now and then. And coming home, probably, this time that I came home, it requires decisiveness. If you want to be successful, you have to be decisive. You have to have determination. You have to have discipline. That's hard work. Then, every now and then, you check on your pulse, you check on your health system, body system, and if you need to rest, then rest. But you have to work hard, because nothing will be served in silver platter. Even the rich, they have to work. How much more us with limited resources? I love walking on railways because, first and foremost, I still can see from afar the approaching vehicle. And I have to be cautious on my steps, because if I don't step on the right plank, I might stumble, or if it's muddy, it might be very dangerous. So I love walking on those. I grew up walking on railways for sugar canes. But doing so, you have to be conscious, we have to be conscious and cautious that we are not abusing our bodies. Because once our bodies say, this is enough, and we don't heed to our body's message, one day it's going to be a problem. Just like what happened to me. I woke up one day not able to move my body. And it was different. It was difficult. From the second floor, I had to drag myself going to the ground floor. Good thing, my partner was with me, helping me out. What if I was alone? Only because I did not listen to my body's message of slowing down. We have to slow down every now and then. We have to rest. Yeah? So, I love looking at sunsets of a new day coming, to be able to start anew, start fresh, of leaving behind my problems of the previous day and work on it again, face it the following day. As I have said, we have to face our problems, but we have to realize that our problems will not end or stop that day, as well as our lives. I'm not playing God. Yes, we all die. But for as long as we still live, we have to look forward to another day and enjoy that beautiful sunset, because that sunset will remind us of the beauty of life. That it's a gift. Sunset is a gift from God to allow us to rest, to allow us to be with our family, to recharge, to forget what happened the whole day. Then wake up the following day and, tell yourself, this will be the best day of my life. And so that's what I had in mind. Every time that I would feel so bad because I am missing my previous life in Manila, the parties in Manila, my friends and colleagues in Manila. I miss my friends in the banking industry. I miss my friends in the financial technology industry, my bosses. I love all of them. Remind myself every day, just like sunsets, that tomorrow, despite the odds and challenges of the day, tomorrow will be a beautiful day. Another day. I have no regrets coming home. Every now and then I would have questions. Why? 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 Never-ending whys. But no regrets. Because I would tell myself, one day I would know the reason why. But as it is right now, my job is to enjoy that beautiful sunset. As tomorrow will be another day. Happy weekend!